Time for some more Sir Spooks, the alternative one that I'm doing. All right, which one? The 3 hour one? That one's crazy. Maybe one day I'll watch the 3 hour one. Maybe one of these days, if I don't have that much things to do, maybe I'll watch that one.
I am a filmmaker.
Of course, we gotta watch the commercial.
A creative. I love to layer things up, hand drawn, brush strokes, punk aesthetics. I am Antoni Sendra. I'm always experimenting.
Always experimenting. That is true.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 10 scary videos. But before we begin,
Alright, let's see what we get ourselves into tonight. I mean, it should be a good one, like it always is.
Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin. And of course, Happy Halloween.
Oh, this is a Halloween one. Interesting.
The first clip we're checking out today comes from Caitlin, known on TikTok as Kit Kat Patty Whack. She explains that her dad installed a security
oh my
camera
goodness,
out
of
back
course.
because the motion sensor light kept going off. Yet he never saw anyone there. But on the night of October 27th, 2024, that finally changed.
You can see it. You can see that thing just walking by. You can kind of see it just walking by right in front of your face.
At first glance, the footage seems uneventful, but if you look
It's
closely
like
near
right
the center
there,
of the
yep.
frame, you'll notice
It's like
a faint,
some
misty figure drifting
misty
across the
thing
yard.
just walking.
It moves slowly, almost aimlessly, before eventually wandering out of view. The strange thing is how human the figure's movements.
Living out there in the country, it's actually, I'm kind of a fan of that. I mean, that's not bad, but at the same time, you hardly have any, like, visitors nearby. I fadded? Wait, what? What is that?
Appear, even though it's
How's it going, by the way?
translucent. It doesn't behave like a reflection, and it doesn't resemble fog or light distortion either. Caitlin says both she and her dad were completely baffled after watching the footage, unsure what to make of it. Of course, skeptics have offered a few ideas: an insect close to the lens, a stray beam of light, or even a small cloud of breath or vapor caught by the
Small
infrared
cloud of
sensor.
breath on vapor?
Still,
No, I don't know
the way the
about all
figure
that
runs
now.
across the yard gives the whole scene an eerie, ghostly vibe. So what do you think? Did Caitlin's dad accidentally capture a wandering spirit on his backyard camera? Or
They
is this
captured
just
something,
another piece
alright.
of technology playing tricks on us? TikTok user FV Frequent Flyer posted a series of 3 eerie videos back in October 2024, documenting his late-night visit to an allegedly haunted vacant house. In the first video, he films the house from outside, and right away, something strange stands out.
So this house, the first time we passed it, she said the bottom part was not blinking, it was on, but it wasn't blinking.
That's crazy. Nobody, I guess, is renting that house, and the lights are just going on and off.
At different intervals. The kitchen light being on. And then the far room over there with the light that's going off and on. No one lives here. I think that this house may be haunted.
Of course it is if you see stuff
Multiple
playing around
lights
like that.
inside the home flicker erratically, even though the place is clearly abandoned. The uploader wisely decides not to get any closer that night, but the story doesn't end there. A full year later, curiosity gets the best of him. He returns to the same house, and unbelievably, the lights are still flashing in exactly the same way.
Who would pay for electricity? Whoa, something just changed.
1 year later,
Did you just see
still?
Something most definitely just changed.
I guess the electricity hasn't ran out.
There's no car.
It seems like if they're having a party in there.
This is 1 year later. Now, we did meet the girl that grew up here. This was her childhood home. She absolutely 100% said it was haunted.
It's the same pattern, the same pulsing glow, like something or someone is still there. Then, in a third video filmed during the day, the phenomenon happens again.
So it looks like one light downstairs.
So this guy keeps going back, this time in the daytime.
This is the house during the daytime. Timer, maybe? I don't know. But as you can see, it's definitely growing. Okay, let's get the hell out of here.
The lights continue to blink, despite no sign of anyone inside. According to the uploader, there's more than one electrical circuit in the home, meaning it's not just a single malfunction causing the flickering. It's easy to imagine how unnerving that would be. An empty house, sealed off from the world, but somehow still alive, with light.
That
While
party.
some viewers theorized a faulty power connection or motion-triggered sensors, others think the lights might be responding to something unseen. I'll admit, it would have been fascinating if the uploader had tried to peer inside, but for his safety, staying in the car was probably the right move. So what do you think? Could there be a logical electrical explanation, or is this the work of something that never left the property?
Probably that too.
A Reddit user named AJ Buttons recently shared a video to Paranormal that's had viewers debating non-stop. AJ explains in the post that his home security camera caught something deeply unsettling. Something walking from one room to another down the hall late at night. He adds, quote, "There's a security camera in the room it came from, but it didn't record anything. I checked the exact time from one camera to the other." End quote.
I wanted the word cuppa as in cup of tea.
Of course.
I thought it would be great to mix with hug. When I saw the domain was
Oh, you could definitely see that.
Sure enough, a faint figure seems to drift across the hallway, its shape visible just long enough to make your heart skip a beat. Whatever it was, it didn't trigger the camera in the other room, which makes the whole thing even stranger. One commenter insisted it must have been a person, but AJ quickly clarified that wasn't possible. The other camera, covering the doorway the figure emerged from, showed absolutely nothing. It's a classic setup for a haunted house mystery. A figure caught on camera that appears to exist only in one frame, one moment, one sliver of time. Whether it was a camera glitch, a shadow, or something truly paranormal, it's enough to make anyone lose a night's sleep. If I saw something like this on my own home security footage, I don't think I'd rest easy until I got answers. Hopefully AJ finds out what, or who, was wandering his hallway that night. This story comes from Reddit user Signal Pollution.
Oh, this is in a cinema theater.
Footage and memories from a small town movie theater where he and his brother worked the night shift back in 2018. From their very first shift, something about the place felt wrong. One night while cleaning, he heard the sound of a baby crying even though the building was locked and empty. Over time, other strange things followed. Footsteps echoing the projection booth, doors creaking open on their own, and the uneasy sense of being watched. Months later, while upstairs in the projection area, he saw a pitch-black figure standing about 20 feet away.
Well, that's
It had
really
no
interesting.
face, no features, just a solid human shape. Terrified, he ran and never spoke of it until his brother later witnessed a thick black mist form in the bathroom before vanishing. Only then did the brothers realize they'd both seen something unexplainable. Eventually, they stopped working nights altogether, but even years after leaving, the hauntings didn't stop. A former co-worker later sent them this clip, recorded around Halloween, showing a dark figure in the projection area, the exact same spot where the uploader had seen the shadow before.
Well, I just passed through really quickly.
To anyone else, it might look like a trick of the light, or maybe a bat, but to the uploader, it was unmistakable. Whatever haunted that theater was still there. I don't know about you, but after hearing this story, I might stick to streaming movies at home for a while.
I wonder if it's still there today.
A Reddit user recently posted a video to high strangeness that'll leave you both confused and amazed. In the footage, the uploader films the night sky when something unusual comes into view.
That's gotta be like proof that they are out there. I mean, what more proof do you want?
Now the one on the side went out. Not completely.
A large, black, triangular-shaped object can be seen slowly descending over a distant ridgeline. The uploader continues filming in disbelief, clearly unsure what he's looking at. If this really is a
wonder what it was
UFO,
doing there.
it's a striking one. Its shape is far more distinct than the usual glowing orbs or circular craft we're used to seeing. Triangular sightings like this have long fascinated UFO researchers, often compared to reports of the mysterious black triangle craft spotted across North America and Europe since the 1980s. Of course, skeptics suggest it could be anything from a drone or aircraft viewed from an odd angle to a lighting illusion against the night sky. Still, the eerie steadiness of its descent and that unmistakable shape make this one hard to ignore. So what do you think? Did this Reddit user capture genuine evidence of something otherworldly, or just a perfectly timed optical illusion?
You, just you, building your app on base 44. Describe it.
Alright, enough about that.
This next video comes from TikTok user Kuma Wix, who says the creepy incident took place just 3 days after moving into Columbus. The location? A community building that used to be an old church. For the first couple of minutes, Kuma and their friends wander through the area before spotting something odd and completely out of place.
Why? It just perfectly.
Here.
Bear, explain this, man.
It was in the rafters on the other side of the building.
You guys see the force on that?
Yeah, you're trolling. It's
Whoa.
3 o'clock.
Bro, watch that.
Nah.
Watch. Watch the force, guys.
A balloon can be seen drifting slowly through the hallway, moving in a way that seems almost deliberate. They follow it as it glides into the basement,
I wonder what
passing
what
under a
happened there.
staircase. Down there, an electric box with a fan is running, though Kuma notes there's barely any air coming from it. Still, it could explain the unusual movement.
The balloon was just following him.
Okay. Okay, we might have got it correct. Is it cold? Why is it
That's insane. It's just following him everywhere.
There's no air in that. Oh.
How come they didn't just pop it? That's it.
I'm looking. I'm watching.
Things get stranger when they discover another balloon floating through the main part of the building. It hovers for a bit before heading downstairs again, eventually making its way into a fitness room.
Are you gonna come join us, or are you gonna go downstairs?
It's probably just messing with them. Since they did say there's no wind in there
Say
whatsoever.
goodbye, knock on wood.
This time it's going to the gym. Like you said. You said the gym doors are open. Why are those lights? See, that fake shadow that was there earlier is gone.
Comic? Wait, what? How do you even say that?
The entire
The
sequence
balloon is
feels
just messing
oddly
with them.
haunting, especially considering the building's past as a church. Even if airflow is the most logical explanation, the way the balloon seemed to move with purpose gives the footage an eerie, almost supernatural vibe. Filmed back in March, no updates were ever posted, leaving viewers to wonder what exactly was going on in that old church basement. For those who are unaware, between October 4th and 10th of this year, a Category 2 storm known as Hurricane Priscilla
Oh, that
tore
storm was
through
big from what I
southwest
heard.
Mexico. Sadly, it brought heavy damage to several regions, but according to one witness, it may have also brought something otherworldly with it. This clip comes from Reddit user Cass Green, who shared the footage on UAPs.
Also, probably he's seen something in the ocean for sure. I wouldn't doubt it. Let's see what it is.
They filmed it late at night in Cabo San Lucas, Baja California Sur, as the hurricane raged outside. In the distance, amid sheets of rain and flashes of lightning, several strange lights can be seen moving across the sky.
What were those up there?
Dozens of glowing orbs flicker and drift through the storm clouds, appearing and disappearing in rhythmic patterns. Some shoot upward, others hover in place, and a few seem to move in formation. Cass believes they were witnessing genuine UAPs, and interestingly, she claims to have seen something almost identical back in 2017 during a hurricane in Puerto Los Cabos, describing them as fireflies in the sky.
So probably
The
those
way
are
these lights move is
causing
especially
that
strange.
hurricane to
They
happen. Who
don't
knows?
behave
Maybe.
like aircraft, drones, or reflections. Despite the intense winds, their motion looks smooth and controlled, as if they're gliding through the storm on purpose. While some might speculate electrical discharges, debris reflections, or transformer explosions, the sheer number of coordinated lights makes this footage particularly hard to dismiss. If the video is authentic, it could be one of the most compelling mass UAP sightings ever caught during a hurricane. Multiple unidentified objects calmly navigating a sky when
And that
nothing
is
else could.
really strange, though.
TikTok user FreedPLBWX1 shared a pair of chilling videos that she says were filmed just one night after her 7-year-old daughter suffered another severe night terror. According to her, her daughter has been plagued by them for a long time, but this episode was different. In the first video, we see the mother slowly approaching her daughter, asking what's wrong after finding her staring out the window in silence. She tells her to explain what she's seeing because she's starting to scare her, and that's when something truly bizarre happens.
What's wrong, Cora? Sweetie, what are you afraid of? You're scaring me, honey. I don't see.
All 4 window blinds
That scares
close
a
by
little window
themselves
shut,
at
I
the
see.
exact same time. The mother gasps, clearly startled, and the camera wobbles as she steps back. In a follow-up video, she tries to show her viewers how the blinds normally close, hoping to make sense of what happened. But things only get stranger.
So I'm coming into the room to show you the blinds, which I have opened back up to demonstrate. Demonstrate how they're closed. It's not electronic, it's not battery powered, it's that's not creepy.
And there it is.
Trying my best not to freak out. So, to close these blinds, you have to touch it and close it like that. That is the only way to close these blinds. There are no batteries or remotes here at all. No wires. You have to touch it and you have to close it like this. And there's no way I could have done that since I was standing on the opposite side of the room. And there is no way I could have closed all 4 at the same time.
That is true.
Before she can even demonstrate, the door suddenly moves on its own, and faint whispers can be heard in the background. The sound is so subtle you almost miss it, but it's unmistakably there. It's hard not to feel for this mother. She's clearly trying to stay calm for her daughter's sake, but now both of them are terrified. Whether this is an electrical malfunction, a draft, or something more unexplainable, it's easy to see why they'd want answers. Here's hoping whatever's happening in that room settles soon, so they can both feel safe again. This next clip from TikTok user House of Anderson starts out completely normal. We see a man recording a quick Snapchat video for his wife, just relaxing at home, talking casually and enjoying his night. But around 20 seconds in, something happens that instantly turns this wholesome moment
In the Air
into a
Force, I
scene
see.
straight out of a horror film.
But yeah, there's that. Anyway, I just had to check the SEMA real quick. I'll be home in a sec, but...
Wait, what is that?
Crazy.
What the heck is that?
Right there, you can see it. A dark face with a glowing eye staring down from the ceiling above him, followed by a strange noise echoing through the hallway. The man immediately notices,
I see dark
stands
right
up in
there.
confusion, and nervously peers out into the hall to check, but there's nothing there. He then walks back toward his phone to stop recording, clearly shaken by what he's just seen. The brief glimpse of the face is hard to forget. It doesn't look like a shadow or a trick of the light, and the faint glow of the eyes makes it even more unsettling. Whatever it was, it definitely shouldn't have been there. Personally, if I saw something like that in my house, I'd be finding somewhere else to sleep.
Oh, you're
real
stream
fast.
hopping? Look out with that Fortnite over there.
Over on the Ghost subreddit, a user named Danzo950 shared a video that was filmed back in 2019 under some very eerie circumstances. A resident had asked them to record her while she cleaned her room that she referred to as the death room. She wanted to post it to her Facebook group, so the uploader agreed to film, but what they ended up capturing on camera was anything but ordinary.
Heavenly Father, I ask for your divine presence to fill this space.
Oh, time to get that
May
thing
your
out.
light shine brightly through every room, cleansing this home of any negativity, fear, or unrest. Let peace dwell in every corner, and love be the foundation of every wall. Bless this home with your protection, surrounding it with your angels, and shielding it from harm and evil. May every door be a passage to your grace, and every window open to your blessing.
Oh, they pulled on the cross.
In the video, the woman can be seen praying and blessing the room, cross in hand. Everything seems fine, until the very end, when the cross suddenly lifts upward on its own, as if an unseen force is tugging at it. The motion is subtle but unmistakable, and it happens right as she finishes her prayer. Some believe it was a sign of resistance, something in the room reacting to her presence. Others think it might have been an unseen spirit trying to take the cross from her hand. The uploader says that whenever someone tells them they don't believe in ghosts or the supernatural, this is the video they show them. And honestly, after watching it, it's not hard to see why. And that was 11 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did,
That was a
then
quick
subscribe
11
for
there.
more scary content. Have an awesome Halloween, and remember, if you hear footsteps behind you tonight, it's probably just your imagination.
It
My
probably
name
is.
Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
All right, let's see. Let's see which one I can watch. Time to run. All right.
Wishing there was something left to lose. This could be the day I die for you. This could be the day I die for you.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 7 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin. You've probably heard people say dogs can pick up on things we can't always see. This video might just prove that point. The clip comes from TikToker Kitty Carey, who shared it a few days after it was recorded on April 15th, 2025. It's late at night, the home security camera's rolling, and everything seems perfectly normal, at first. Kitty's dog stands in the kitchen, completely
Of course, it's just
fixated
waiting.
on something out of view. Seconds later, a hazy, ghost-like figure drifts into frame, moving through the kitchen before fading into nothing. What's especially odd is how calm the dog remains. No barking, no growling, just silent staring. Some people say pets hold back when they sense danger, which makes this reaction even more intriguing. Of course, skeptics could argue the apparition was a camera glitch, dust catching the light, or even an edited overlay. Still, the timing with the dog's behavior makes it a little harder to brush off. So what do you think? Paranormal visitor, or just a trick of the lens? If I found this on my camera in the morning, I'd probably start browsing real estate listings pretty quickly. On TikTok, a man who goes by the name Italiano Mexicano shared a pair of videos that quickly had people talking.
Oh, this guy's working.
He runs a contractor business and often films himself during jobs, but this day was anything but ordinary. According to him, he had the only keys to the unit he was working in, which should have guaranteed he was completely alone. To make things even more unsettling, he explains that a young girl once passed away inside this very unit.
Okay, so I got my own little contractor business. I got the only keys to this unit. And the little girl died in this unit. And look at footprints, baby footprints by my manly boots. This is a window they threw her out of when she passed away.
That is crazy there.
Okay, so my last video wasn't too long, so I didn't press a 10-minute icon there. But the girl that happened to pass away in this unit was 3 years old. Look at what the fuck I see on the ground. Those are not an adult-sized footprint. 1 inch of the wall. This is where her bed was at, right here. I talked to the owner, I video called him and everything. And I've been here and little kids laughing. I just thought it was coming from outside, but it's like a little, I felt something go like this in my ear. And yeah, I hear all the activity coming from that closet. And right here,
he hears all the activity.
When he pans the camera across the floor, we can clearly see small footprints scattered throughout the dust. They don't lead to a door or hallway, they lead straight to a window. And not just any window. This is reportedly the very spot where the girl tragically lost her life. The prints are undeniably child-sized, which makes the story all the more chilling. Still, skeptics might argue there are other explanations. Leftover impressions from a previous worker's child, smudges caused by boots with a similar tread, or even an intentional setup to stir up a viral ghost story. Whether real or staged, the way the footprints end at the window is deeply eerie, especially given the tragic backstory. So what do you think? Evidence of a ghost child retracing her final steps, or just an unsettling coincidence? This next clip is almost guaranteed to make the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. Posted to Instagram by Jessica Ortiz on June 5th, 2025, the footage looks like an ordinary nighttime recording at first, but if you focus on the right-hand side of the frame, things take a much stranger turn.
What the heck is that? Oh, you can see the alien head? Oh my goodness, of course.
A tall, spindly figure, almost alien-like in appearance, wanders past the camera before vanishing out of sight. Its oddly thin limbs and jerky gait have left plenty of viewers unsettled, and it's easy to see why. Of course, skeptics point out a few possibilities: a person in a costume, a trick of the lighting that makes proportions look bizarre, or even video manipulation. But for those inclined toward the paranormal, the resemblance to the classic grey alien shape is uncanny. The comments reflect a mix of awe and unease. One person joked, "This is why we don't hang welcome signs." Jessica herself laughed it off, replying she'd make sure to write the fine print underneath. Probably not a bad idea, especially if it keeps otherworldly guests from dropping by.
It was probably stopping by, that's it.
Over on Paranormal Reddit, a user named Serpent95 shared an unsettling clip that could easily cost you a night's sleep. According to the post, the video was filmed by a friend while she was working in Thailand with elephants. It wasn't until she returned home to Sweden and reviewed the footage that she noticed something chilling in the background.
Ingen kom på
At first, it looks like a normal scene. The woman walks along a path with a dog trailing behind her. But the real concern isn't the dog. If you focus to its side, you'll see what appears to be a dark, cloaked figure moving alongside them,
You kinda
almost
see it.
as if it's keeping pace. The strange part, the dog doesn't react at all. No barking, no signs of alarm. Something you'd expect if an intruder were really there. That detail makes the figure even more mysterious. Cloaked figures have long been associated with bad omens and supernatural folklore. From the Grim Reaper in Western traditions to wandering spirits in Asian ghost stories, the image of a hooded entity silently following someone has always carried a chilling weight. Skeptics suggest it could be a shadow, a person partially obscured by low lighting, or even a video artifact. But for believers, the image of a cloaked presence silently stalking its target is undeniably disturbing. Whether ghostly apparition or just a trick of perception, this footage is a haunting reminder of how unpredictable the world can be when the lights go down.
Oh, of course.
You're not going to believe what happened. Tell me everything. I'll show you on Monday.com. So I started the biggest initiative of the quarter. I did everything right. I used it.
Weddings are supposed to be among the happiest days of a couple's life. Celebrations of love, togetherness, and lasting memories. But as this video shows,
And the expensive
not
that
every
it
wedding
is. It's
reception
ridiculous.
goes exactly as planned. Posted to Ghost by a user named Hubble Vision about 5 years ago, the clip comes with a chilling backstory. According to the uploader, someone who had worked at the venue once reported seeing a little boy running across the room, followed by an icy chill. She disliked talking about it, but claimed it left her unsettled. A year later, this video was captured. At around the 8-second mark, every door in the area swings open at the exact same time. That's not a draft or someone sneaking past. That's a coordinated movement that feels too synchronized to be coincidence. Then only seconds later, the tablecloth on a back table shifts unnaturally, as though tugged by invisible hands. Even stranger, a group of people can be seen to the left of the frame, and they don't appear to react to any of it. No startled glances, no pointing. It's as if the phenomenon is either invisible to them or simply ignored. Folklore often associates weddings with heightened supernatural activity. In many cultures, strong emotional energy, joy, grief, or fear acts as a beacon for spirits. Some even believe that weddings can wake lingering presences tied to the venue, jealous or resentful of the living.
That is weird
Skeptics
there.
argue it could have been staged. Hidden wires pulling the doors or a draft from poorly sealed entryways. The tablecloth movement might be explained by airflow or even someone tucking it off camera. Still, the timing, paired with the venue's eerie history, leaves room for unsettling speculation. So what do you think? Was this couple's big day interrupted by something otherworldly, or was it just a clever setup? Either way, it's not the kind of wedding video you'd want showing up in your photo album.
Of course not.
On July 6th, 2020, a woman named Alicia uploaded a video to YouTube that was filmed by her boyfriend on what seemed like a happy, carefree day.
That's a cool
The two
area
were
to
enjoying time at a rustic
live
cabin,
at.
and the camera casually pans across the area before focusing on Alicia, who stands inside, smiling. Her boyfriend comments on how cool the cabin is, but he may have spoken too soon.
This place is so cool, isn't it? Yeah. What the somebody in there?
You saw that.
Just a few seconds in, a full-bodied figure suddenly appears in the window behind Alicia. visible inside the cabin. Her boyfriend instantly senses something's wrong, blurting out what the F, before asking if someone else is in there with her. Alicia, confused, insists there isn't. He moves closer to get a better look, but the figure has already vanished. The video cuts shortly after, leaving viewers to wonder if they just witnessed a ghostly intruder or something else entirely. Cabins, especially isolated ones, are deeply rooted in ghost lore. They are liminal spaces where people often report seeing residual hauntings, apparitions replaying fragments of a past life. The figure's solid
That is
form,
true, though.
rather than a mist or shadow, is especially unusual and unsettling. Skeptics, of course, suggest explanations like reflections in the glass, another person slipping out of view, or even an editing trick. Still, the way Alicia and her boyfriend react feels raw and genuine, and that only adds to the unease. So what do you think? Was Alicia unknowingly sharing her cabin with a spectral guest, or is this just another case of a trick of the light?
No trick of no light there.
On August 9th, 2019, a YouTube channel called A Paranormal Journey posted a video of their nighttime exploration of an allegedly haunted forest. The weather wasn't great. Rain and wind distorted the audio, but they pressed on, hoping to capture something unusual. At first,
I don't think I
nothing
haven't seen
seemed
this
out
one.
of the
Nope, I
ordinary,
have not.
or so they thought.
Mark and Jamie tonight as we investigate the haunted woods somewhere in Anglesey tonight. Since tonight's twice, didn't I? I just want to do a takeover here as well.
While the two explorers talk about their plans, a strange figure can be seen standing on top of a building in the upper right corner of the
Oh
frame.
wow, you could
Its
barely,
shape is
not
tall,
barely, but
dark,
you can
and
notice it
featureless.
100%
What many
there.
would call a classic shadow man. The video continues with the pair explaining their mission, but then the camera pans back.
Yeah. I'll stand here for a minute and...
The figure that was clearly visible moments earlier is now gone without a trace. No sound of footsteps, no sign of movement, just empty rooftop where the shadow once stood. Shadow people are one of the most persistent figures in paranormal folklore. They're often described as dark silhouettes lurking at the edge of vision,
Yup,
believed
that's
by
them,
some to be
alright.
omens, interdimensional beings, or even watchers tied to locations of tragedy. Seeing one head-on, fully formed like this, is far less common, and far more unsettling. Skeptics suggest it might have been a trick of the lighting, a person slipping away unnoticed, or even a smudge on the lens that appeared humanoid in the low light. But for believers, the sudden disappearance only strengthens the sense of something otherworldly watching from above. Whatever the truth, it's safe to say that if the Paranormal Journey team didn't realize what was behind them that night, they probably wished they hadn't checked the footage afterward. And that was 7 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Alright, that was it for that one. That music. Alright, let's see. Which one is next? This one seems interesting. Nope.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 11 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin. The first entry for today comes to us from the TikTok account Hats Off to the Energy, who says her sister is fixing up an old cabin located
An
somewhere
old
in
cabin, those seem to be
but she
good.
keeps getting interrupted by her dog, who seems really freaked out by something. On top of that, her toddler apparently keeps talking to someone who isn't even there. In the clip here, we watch as the uploader films the outside of the cabin, when all of a sudden, something genuinely eerie happens.
That cabin is super destroyed, you can tell.
There's something moving in the door. The thing is, that door in there is really stiff. Like all of them are. So there's nothing hanging there. Fuck. Fuck that. It's creepy. It's gotta be something. I just at a moment.
There's probably
What the? It just. What the? What the? What the?
Oh, you can see it up there.
If you look at the top balcony, you can see some sort of creepy entity peering down at the uploader before it slowly creeps its way back inside the cabin, while the uploader watches in complete shock and awe. Many people in the comments speculated that the figure might just be a curtain blowing in the wind. However, in a second video, the uploader revisits the spot and seems to debunk that theory by showing there are no curtains hanging in that area at all, making the original clip even more unsettling. Later, she walks us through the inside of the cabin and explains that a couple used to live there decades ago. The husband eventually passed away, and it looks like all of their belongings were left behind. The place feels frozen in time. If the
Does
figure
look like
wasn't
if it's
just a
frozen in
coincidence
time.
or trick of the eye, then something unexplainable may
With
really
all
be
that stuff
going
hanging
on.
around.
Whether it's the lingering energy of the previous residents or something else entirely, the vibe of this place definitely leans toward the haunted. Let me know what you think in the comments. Over on TikTok, a man named Josh Robillard uploaded a video documenting some truly terrifying activity happening in his home. At the start of the video, Josh explains that he just got back from work and says there should be absolutely no one in the house at that time of day. However, he says that as he pulled into the driveway, something instantly caught him off guard. Let's take a look.
I just pulled up, and what is that? Is that a person?
Some guy with the hood right there. Look at him.
Should be nobody in the house. Nobody at all.
Who is that guy? Who's that dude right there?
Let's check it out. Okay.
As you can see, a dark figure is clearly visible looking out the window of Josh's house. But when he rushes inside to investigate just moments later, he finds nothing. No sign of forced entry, no lingering presence. It's as if the figure vanished into thin air, like it was never really there to begin with. In the second video uploaded later on, Josh is simply trying to unwind when he hears loud knocking sounds coming from somewhere downstairs. Naturally, he grabs his phone to document what's going on, and it only gets creepier from there.
Not again.
Uh-oh.
Hello? Hello?
Downstairs, a light flashes rapidly, and even more disturbingly, a child's rocking horse begins moving by itself. The video ends shortly after, leaving us with more questions than answers. When taken together, these two clips paint a pretty unnerving picture. It's one thing to see a mysterious figure in a window, but to then have physical activity, noises, lights, objects moving on their own, suggests this might be more than just a one-time haunting. Whether it's something demonic or just incredibly persistent, you can't blame Josh if he decided to pack up and leave for good. Some viewers have speculated whether this could be a hoax, but there's nothing conclusive to support that idea either way. Whether you believe it or not, there's no denying the eerie vibe these videos give off. Hopefully, Josh found a way to either cleanse his home or move somewhere far, far away. What do you think's going on?
Better done one of those.
Something paranormal or something else entirely? Let me know in the comments. TikTok user Paranormal with Liv posted a chilling series of videos that have been raising eyebrows across the platform. The first video, uploaded in May of 2025, shows Liv lying in bed just trying to relax for the evening. But things take a disturbing turn when she hears scratching noises coming from the room across the hall. And then this happens. At first, it's just quiet scratching, but then the string lights in her room are suddenly yanked down by what appears to be an invisible force. It's an intense escalation, and you can tell from Liv's reaction that she's absolutely terrified. Honestly, if that happened to me, I'd probably react the same way. In a second clip, Liv and her boyfriend return home after a DoorDash run, only to see something unsettling as they pull into their parking spot.
Somebody was missing. Okay.
Looking up at their window, they spot what looks like a dark, hooded figure staring out at them, and just as quickly as it appeared, the figure vanishes from view. By the third video, both Liv and her boyfriend are visibly shaken and hesitant to even walk into their own home. But when they finally do, they're greeted by something downright bizarre.
So I'm at our house, but the blanket is on the floor. If you guys saw my last video, it was hung up right there. What the?
The tack in a pile. Like, I could see them, like, just falling off the wall.
It was
like,
using that blanket there.
How are they, like, all in a pile like that? What?
A blanket is seen lying on the floor, and on top of it is a neat pile of tacks. No clear explanation, no apparent disturbance, just another strange and unsettling development. Some viewers have wondered if this could be a clever hoax or a series of staged events, but nothing about Liv's reactions or the way the clips play out feels overly dramatized. If anything, the rawness of the footage makes it feel even more believable. Whether this is a haunting, a prank, or something else entirely, this series definitely taps
For sure,
into
it's
something
messing with
primal,
them.
our fear of being watched, and of our own homes becoming unfamiliar. Let me know what you think. Is this real paranormal activity, or just a very well executed setup? A video posted on September 22nd, 2009 by a YouTuber known as Blackwing96 shows a young teen explaining that he's been hearing bumping noises coming from upstairs, right where his room is. As he makes his way up, it doesn't take long for things to get seriously creepy.
I've been hearing some bumping noises upstairs, like right where my room is. I'm just gonna take a look at. Come on. is that? You guys hear that, right?
At around the 12-second mark, you can hear strange voices coming from his room, and about 30 seconds later, there's a loud sound, possibly a door slamming, followed by a series of knocking noises. When he enters the room, everything seems normal at first, but that quickly changes.
I don't really know what I'm supposed to say. Oh, can you do that again?
There it is.
Fuck.
Suddenly, the cup sitting on his dresser moves on its own. There's no one near it. Blackwing 96 is clearly stunned and stumbles on his words in disbelief. He nervously asks the spirit if it can do it again, and it does. The cup is knocked off the dresser and hits the floor, sending him fleeing in terror. Unfortunately, Blackwing 96 hasn't posted anything in over 14 years, so an update is unlikely. Still, the video remains one of those early internet uploads that stuck with viewers over the years.
That probably did it for him right there for 14 years. Damn.
Some believe it may have been a clever setup, but there's something about the raw, unpolished nature of the footage and the genuine sounding reaction that makes it hard to shake. Whether real or faked, it's still one of the more memorable early examples of a so-called poltergeist caught on tape.
Welcome to Wix Harmony. Take the speed of AI and pixel level control.
In February of 2025, TikTok user Ginger and the Foxes posted a video of herself walking around a dinosaur museum at an undisclosed location. At first, everything seems normal as she casually explores the place. She eventually stops in front of a large pterosaur model and remarks how scary it looks. But just as she's filming, something happens that's easy to miss if you're not paying attention.
Well, that's a little disconcerting. That thing is huge. Imagine trying to run away from that. No thanks, Jurassic Park. Gee.
If you watch closely, you can spot a moment where it looks like the pterosaur's head moves, just slightly, but enough to catch the eye if you're really looking for it. It's a blink and you'll miss it kind of moment, but if the clip is legit, it raises some weird possibilities. Could something paranormal have briefly taken control of this dinosaur statue? Sure, it might have been a trick of the light, or even subtle camera movement, but if not, then even museums might not be safe from eerie forces.
Definitely moved there.
This Reddit post from the UFO subreddit is absolutely fascinating, to say the least. The video in question was recorded on June 10th, 2025 at around 3:15 p.m. local time in a rural area near Yumbo, Colombia. Take a look at the footage.
What? Clearly it's one of those.
The footage lasts just over a minute and is mesmerizing to watch from start to finish. What stands out is the sphere itself. It appears to have a distinct band wrapping around its midsection, which makes it look even more mysterious. Interestingly, other similar sightings have been reported in the past, often near power lines or in populated regions. Videos like this have raised a lot of questions among viewers. What are these things? Why do they show up where they do? And perhaps the biggest question, what are they doing here? Could this be a genuine UFO sighting, or is it something else entirely that we still don't understand? Let me know what you think down below.
I'm playing Fortnite, but I'm lurking. Look out, Dark. Don't get headshot. What is this? Is this a spooky hour? Their video or what? Or their movie or something? I mean, it looks pretty good how the way they're shooting it so far. Oh, never mind. It's a show or something. Alright, never mind. They probably told them, you know what, put it in.
Over on the Bigfoot subreddit, Reddit user UniqueAd1100 shared an intriguing video that's had people talking ever since it was posted a few weeks ago. In the clip, we watch as someone films a quiet forested area during the evening in an unspecified location. For the first 15 seconds or so, not much happens, but then the camera zooms in and things get a lot more interesting.
What the heck is that? That's Sasquatch right there.
A mysterious figure can be seen moving through the trees. It appears to be cautiously looking around, maybe checking if anyone's nearby. While it's unclear whether it noticed the person filming, it definitely seems to be alert to something. Could this be the elusive Bigfoot? The shape and posture certainly line up with common descriptions, though unfortunately we don't get a clear enough view to say for sure. Still, it's a fascinating piece of footage that's bound to stir up debate. So what do you think? Could this actually be Bigfoot, or is it just another misidentified figure in the woods? This video, posted to TikTok by Ghosts on Camera 1, appears to showcase exactly what the username promises. It starts with the uploader casually sitting at home when out of nowhere, the doorknob behind him begins to rattle violently. According to him, this strange activity has been happening ever since he moved in, despite the building being brand new.
This has been happening ever since we've moved in. Ever since we've been moved in, this has been happening. It's a brand new building. I don't get it. It happens that often. The handle is even loose. Really, really fed up with this. It's all the time at the moment.
The door handle just moves by itself.
Investigate, there's nothing visibly causing the disturbance. No one's behind the door, and there's no obvious draft or vibration that could explain the movement. Surprisingly, the man doesn't seem frightened at all, just visibly annoyed, calling the whole situation more frustrating than frightening. And honestly, that reaction is kind of refreshing. We're so used to seeing people scream and panic during paranormal events, but in this case, he's just fed up with it. Still, there's something particularly unsettling about this kind of occurrence in a brand new home. You'd expect this kind of activity in an old creaky house with a long history, not a recently built property, unless of course the land it was built on has its own story to tell. Whatever the case may be, let's hope this strange doorknob activity stops soon, and that this guy can finally get some peace and quiet. This next story comes from the interdimensional NHI subreddit, which is focused on all things UFO and non-human intelligence related.
Just UFOs?
And this video in particular has been getting a lot of attention. Luckily, there's some helpful context surrounding this one. Investigative journalists Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp released this footage, which was captured by the US military and officially classified as a UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon, by the US intelligence community. The object seen in the video has been described as disc-shaped and appears to make precise, intelligent maneuvers without showing any signs of thermal propulsion. That alone sets it apart from any known aircraft. The incident reportedly happened on November 23, 2020 at 11:13 UTC, and the location was pinpointed to these coordinates. The footage was recorded using FLIR, forward-looking infrared, a type of military-grade thermal imaging. But despite using that tech, the object gives off no heat signature at all. The craft also made a sudden change in direction, again with no visible means of propulsion. And some
just
reports
appeared
even
there.
mentioned brief atmospheric disturbances during the encounter. Even after analysis, no one seems to know where this thing came from, what it's doing, or how it even works. That of course only adds to the mystery surrounding UAPs like this. TikTok user Flat7Ghost was just relaxing at home in the middle of the day when he suddenly heard strange noises coming from somewhere nearby. Naturally, he grabbed his camera and went to investigate. That's when things took a terrifying turn.
So the door's rattling again. So I'm just going to go and open it. Yeah.
Oh, he's losing it already.
Mate, I'm not joking. What the hell was that?
What did you see?
There was something looking around the corner. Right. What the actual...
As he rounds the corner, he spots something truly unsettling. What appears to be a shadowy figure briefly peering at him. His
Yeah, I was just looking at him
off
saying,
camera,
"What's up?"
asks what he saw, and he tries to explain it as he cautiously continues his search. But no matter how much he looks, the figure is nowhere to be found. Still, if you rewind the footage and brighten it up, it's hard to deny that something is there, lurking just out of sight. What exactly this thing was, or what it wanted, remains a complete mystery. Some people think it might have been a ghost, while others wonder if it was a shadow person, or even just a very convincing optical illusion. But if this was faked, it's done subtly enough to leave room for doubt. So what do you think is going on here? Paranormal activity, or just a trick of the light? In May of 2025, a woman named Melody Rose posted a TikTok explaining that she just received a bouquet of flowers that mysteriously showed up at her house. No note, no sender, no explanation. But while she's casually telling the story, something seriously eerie unfolds in the background.
And I got these flowers. Oh, they're dying. I know, that's not weird because it's me, okay? They die. No note.
If you look closely at the 15-second mark, a terrifying face appears in the upper left corner of the door frame. It's subtle, but once you see it, it's impossible to ignore. After viewers pointed it out, Melody uploaded an update video where she brightened the footage to get a clearer look. And yeah, it only makes things creepier.
This is what I found.
You could barely even see it there. Oh, there it is. There he is.
She says her stomach dropped the moment she saw the face clearly, and honestly, can you blame her? It looks like something straight out of a horror movie.
It's one of those
and about
movies.
those mysterious flowers, could it be that this spirit had something to do with the delivery? Maybe it's just a weird coincidence, or maybe it was leaving a calling card. Of course, it's always possible that this was a clever hoax, pulled off with some subtle video editing, but if not, this might be one of the most unsettling accidental captures on TikTok in a while. What do you guys think? Harmless spirit, elaborate prank, or something far more disturbing? And that was 11 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more
11
scary
scary
content.
videos.
My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
I do have time for one more. Tonight's gonna be like an hour and 30 minutes. Mainly because I have something to do in a little bit. I got some stuff to do. For example, finish writing some stories. And yes, there are about of this nature type. So I got time for one more. If I even find the correct timing. That thumbnail's crazy. This one looks good. 12 minutes, it's not too bad. I'll use this one.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 5 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future uploads. Alright, let's begin. This first video comes to us from a Reddit user who says that the video in question comes from his cousin. In the video, a dog is observed on the bed displaying signs of unease and fear. Suddenly, the door in the room closes on its own without any apparent rational explanation. Let's have a look.
It's like if they never seen a door closed before.
All the way, the dog in front of the cameraman appears to be quite unnerved and scared as to what just happened, which just adds even more unease to the video.
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44. Guys, Nina just built an app.
Impossible.
Nina can't code.
Did this dog perhaps see something in the hallway that we didn't see? It is entirely possible, and it wouldn't be the first video in which household pets seemingly notice something unnatural in their owners' homes. What do you make of this strange piece of footage? Do you think that this uploader's cousin is being haunted by something he cannot see? I'm curious to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Do you like intense action just like me? Well, I've got
Oh
you
my
covered.
goodness, here comes the
Engage in
commercials
thrilling
here.
battles with today's sponsor War Thunder, a free epic multiplayer game that pits ground vehicles, aircraft and naval vessels against each other. It is available on PC, Xbox, to its account on July 18th of this year, and ever since its initial upload date has been freaking people out. The gist of the video is that the uploader allegedly heard something making noises on the roof, and he had assumed that it was just some cats playing around, but was curious enough to go and investigate things nonetheless. The video shows Diego apprehensively going to check the source of the noise in the attic, being careful so as not to be loud just in case he disturbs whatever it is that's up there. Just when it seems he's not going to find anything of interest, this happens.
Escucha, hágale, pero hágale suavecito. Espere, espere. Hágale.
Oh my goodness, what was that? I just closed it down? Oh, never mind, it was some weird shape thing.
Out of nowhere, what appears to be some sort of mysterious creature can be seen peeking at the uploader for a split second, which obviously causes him to be extraordinarily scared and sends him running away before the video ends abruptly afterward. To this day, nobody's quite sure as to what exactly was hiding in Diego's attic, but it definitely didn't look to be human. Obviously, there's always the possibility that this is simply a fake piece of footage. Let me know what you guys think. This next video, published by a strangely titled TikTok user known as Stuck in a Fake Reality, is one of the most bizarre videos I've seen in a really long time, and is sure to give you the chills. In the video, the uploader is standing around by their front door, all while we can repeatedly hear a bunch of banging noises that don't seem to be going away anytime soon. While this is happening, you can also hear a woman's voice from the door, asking the uploader to let her in. Have a listen.
What the heck is that? That is a strange scream after all. Kind of looked like kind of sounded like a cat or something. Still, it's just knocking, or is it just probably trying to lure
Then what's your name then?
that person in? Trying to lure them in or something.
What's extremely creepy about this is the fact that this woman's voice is allegedly identical to the uploader's mom's.
Oh, the voice, so it's probably a mimic. Yep. Those things mimic things, mimic voices.
But that's just it. That's not their mom. As soon as the uploader gets close to the door, strange screaming noises can be heard coming from the other side, prompting many commenters to believe that perhaps this TikTok user is dealing with a skinwalker. What do you think is going on here? Is this actually a skinwalker, or could this possibly be something much less sinister? This next video comes to us from a TikTok user known as XAlien97, who says that he works in security at this construction site. He says that these reels are extremely heavy to the point where you basically have to be unrealistically strong to move it. He says that a construction worker needed help, at which point another worker came to his assistance. The worker then proceeds to guide the other worker on where to move the reel to. When it was all done, he went around the reel to show his gratitude toward the other worker. But when he walked around to the other side of the reel, the worker was mysteriously gone. A bit later, in the office of the construction site, the worker who noticed the other one was no longer there noticed that a picture of that man was present in a memorial collage in the office. It turned out that the man who helped the construction worker had been dead since 2015. This incident was captured on video here. Take a look.
Oh, it's just moving by itself, or is it helping him out?
What would you do if you found out that a co-worker of yours who just helped you
It wanted to work with him for free.
the past 8 years? I don't
Why
know
not
about
let
you,
him?
but if that happened to me, I would be utterly convinced that I got transported all the way to the Twilight Zone. This video comes to us from a Reddit user who posted the following video online a little over 5 months ago and has been freaking people out ever since, and for good reason too. The video in question appears to be quite blurry and pixelated, but if you look just hard enough at the screen throughout the duration of the footage, you'll surely be chilled to the bone. Take a look.
I see that right there.
Do you see it? A figure can be seen
It's
moving
just
around,
moving
in the
around
darkness
back and
throughout
forth.
the short yet extremely creepy video. To this day, the upload of the footage isn't entirely sure what exactly it is that he managed to capture on camera that day, but it certainly isn't anything normal. Do you think this could be some sort of paranormal entity roaming around this guy's house? Do you think it's possible that this is nothing to worry about whatsoever? Be sure to leave your theories in the comments below. And that was 5 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content.
Alright, that's it. For now, I will be back on Wednesday. What the heck? Tonight is Wednesday. Sunday. Anyways, that's it for now. And I'm out of here. Look out with that Fortnite dart.